Mercedes collapsing after Lewis Hamilton's shocking statement. So we're going to be going through that and 3 other stories in today's video. So make sure to like this video, and if you want more Mercedes news content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button down below. The third story is Lewis Hamilton offers concerning Mercedes update as Toto Wolff set for more pain. Lewis Hamilton has admitted that the upgrades currently in the Mercedes pipeline are not enough to close the gap to Red Bull, Ferrari, and McLaren. The Silver Arrows are currently languishing down in P4 in the Constructors' Championship, and were in a different league to their rivals in Imola. While Ferrari and McLaren, both of whom finished below Mercedes in the Constructors' Championship last season, have taken major steps forward in 2024. Toto Wolff's outfit have stalled and are still struggling to understand the steps needed to improve their car. Discussing his performance at the Emilia-Romagna GP, Hamilton said, "I think my pace in the second stint was comparable to the guys that are out towards the front, but I think we're still lacking 2 or 3 tenths. Bridging that gap may prove difficult. That I cannot tell you." When asked if Mercedes could catch the top 3 teams. I don't have that deficit. Like I said, George 5 tenths off yesterday, and in the race probably 3 or 4 tenths. That's not in the wind tunnel at the moment, development-wise. In an effort to claw back performance relative to Red Bull, Ferrari, and McLaren, Mercedes brought an upgrade package to the Autodromo Enzo A. Dino Ferrari. However, according to Hamilton, these changes had little effect on his team's performance. Not a big difference, he revealed after the checkered flag in Imola. Small steps, but very, very small. In fact, the performance gain from Mercedes' upgrades was so incremental that Ferrari team principal Fred Vasseur poked fun at them. Asked by Motorsport Italy whether or not they were closer to challenging his team, he replied, "The Mercedes? They were 28 seconds behind Charles at the end of the race. So yes, I think they got a little closer." Despite Hamilton's concerns and jabs from his rivals, Wolff remains content with the trajectory his team is on. What we are seeing now on the car is that those incremental gains that we're bringing, rather than a miracle update, are getting the car a better balance window and making the car have more performance, he explained. It is a thing where you gain a tenth or a tenth and a half, but at the same time, the other teams are making progress. We are on a trajectory where we're making the car better, and we can see that. It's never like a share price going up. We're doing it. So as long as the direction is correct, I feel more confident now. Last year, one of the constant and biggest complaints Lewis Hamilton had with Mercedes, apart from the car, was their ignorance. Even after the zero-pod concept termination, the Brits' complaints fell on deaf ears regarding further improvements. He publicly criticized the team for their nonchalance toward his feedback. However, perhaps a little too late now, Hamilton is once again knee-deep in developmental discussions. Despite preparing to leave the Brackley outfit for Ferrari, he admitted he's taking part in brainstorming sessions for the 2025 Challenger. Hamilton admitted he's participating even though he shouldn't be. He said, "Nothing's changed. We're still having our big meetings back at the factory. I'm still fully enjoying working with everyone and having the discussions. I'm here trying to help this team progress this year and also into next year. The things that I am working on, I'm like, these are the things you've got to probably have for next year. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that, but I want the team to excel and succeed regardless of whether I am here or not." The second story is Mercedes have found 2 big candidates to replace Hamilton. With Carlos Sainz now out of the running to replace Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes for the 2025 Formula One season, the team face a crucial decision between just 2 drivers. As Lewis Hamilton prepares to leave Mercedes for Ferrari ahead of the 2025 Formula One season, the question of who will replace the 7-time world champion at the wheel of the Silver Arrows has come under intense scrutiny. According to Hamilton, the decision to switch teams is driven by a desire for a new challenge. Despite his unparalleled success with Mercedes, including 6 of the 7 world championships under his belt and numerous race wins, The British driver has expressed a yearning for new experiences and new goals. The obvious struggles of Mercedes since the new rules came into place in 2022 have an obvious but unspoken significant bearing on the move. Joining Ferrari, the sport's most iconic and historically successful team, offers Hamilton the opportunity to leave an indelible mark on another legendary outfit, if indeed he can do well for the Italian team. Speculation about Hamilton's future has been rife for several months, with rumors suggesting a number of potential destinations. In the end, the lure of Ferrari and its significant salary proved irresistible to Hamilton. The decision came after extensive discussions with Ferrari's management, who assured Hamilton of their commitment to providing him with a competitive car capable of winning championships. The prospect of driving for the Scuderia, a team that holds a special place in the hearts of motorsport fans around the world, was a major factor in Hamilton's decision, says the British driver. According to reports, the race to replace Hamilton is now down to just two candidates, Max Verstappen and Andrea Kimi Antonelli. Mercedes team principal Toto Wolff has long expressed his admiration for Verstappen, who has dominated the sport in recent years. Wolff sees the reigning world champion as an ideal fit for Mercedes, bringing both experience and proven success. However, luring Verstappen would be a significant challenge given his current commitment to Red Bull, with his contract running until 2028. In contrast, Andrea Kimi Antonelli offers a youthful and ambitious alternative. The 17-year-old Italian, who currently races in Formula 2 with Prema, will join the Mercedes Junior program in 2019. Antonelli bypassed Formula 3 after winning the Formula Regional European Championship and is now competing in his rookie season in F2. Despite his youth, Antonelli has already shown impressive ability, prompting comparisons to a young Verstappen. Several drivers have been linked with Hamilton's seat as George Russell's partner, with names such as Fernando Alonso and Alex Albon floated as potential candidates. Carlos Sainz was also in the running, but as reported by Sky Sports, that option has now been ruled out, leaving just two candidates. Antonelli's rise through the racing ranks has been meteoric. Born in Bologna in 2006, he began his career in karting and quickly made a name for himself by winning the European Karting Championship in 2020 and 2021. His talent was evident early on, leading to a debut in the Italian F4 Championship at the age of 15. Antonelli continued to impress, winning the Italian F4 Championship and the ADAC Formula 4 title in 2022. Promoted directly to Formula 2, Antonelli's performance was closely monitored by Mercedes. Despite being new to the series, he has shown remarkable adaptability, securing several top 10 finishes in his first few races. The third story is Wolff tells Horner to work on the maths amid Mercedes F1 staff loss claim. Mercedes boss Toto Wolff has urged Christian Horner to work on the maths amid his Red Bull counterpart's claim it has poached 220 staff from its Formula One rivals. The announcement earlier this month that design legend Adrian Newey will depart Red Bull in 2025 triggered McLaren CEO Zak Brown to predict that more will leave. Brown divulged McLaren had received increased applications from Red Bull members over recent times, with Wolff concurring with the American's words when asked. However, Horner struck back at those comments as he avouched that Red Bull's powertrains division has attracted 220 members from Mercedes' engine department. Speaking post-race at Imola, the hostilities between the pair took another twist as Wolff insisted that turnovers are inevitable and Horner had inflated the true number. "You've got to work on the maths," Wolff responded when asked whether he was concerned with Horner's assertion over people switching to Red Bull. "And so, whatever those numbers are, I think there is a natural fluctuation between teams that come and go, which is completely normal. We have an engine department that is as good as it can be with a top leadership. There is not a millimeter in HPP that should be different in terms of organizational setup, in terms of the people that works there that I'm lucky to interact with. It's a perfect organization. They have delivered for a long time. Since 2014, we have been the benchmark, with maybe another engine the benchmark. That hasn't changed. I really can't wait for 2026. and the new regulations to come and see the different levels of performance of the power unit. Ferrari has hired Loic Serra and Jerome D'Ambrosio from Mercedes to begin in October, while reports have slated that the team's chief aerodynamicist has departed. But having said Mercedes is also hiring from elsewhere, Wolff hinted that the squad is entering a new era as it bids to overcome the shortcomings under this rule set. Yeah, if I look at 2 years ago, this was horrendous, Wolff conceded. Yeah, I'm not particularly proud or happy of the time from back in the day to today. We could have done things differently and better, spotted things earlier, and optimized in the organization, and we didn't. Where we are at the moment in this direction is correct.